Suppose we have this list of movies and suppose we created a stream out of that list and we are consuming the elements from that stream. Now, the use case is that we want to continue, we want to keep going until we see a movie that has a rating less than or equal to 10. Make it less than 10. So, what we are saying is that if we see a movie that has a rating 10, we keep going. But if we see a movie that does not have the rating 9, then we terminate the consumption of the stream. So we want it to be a short circuit operation. We will consume the elements from the stream if the rating is 10, and as soon as we see a movie with a rating less than 10, then we want to stop the consumption. So we know that we can do the filtering using the filter method. We can pass a predicate. So it's possible to implement this use case using the filter method. Let's try to do that. So we start with the movies, which is a list. Then we call the stream. Then we call the filter method, and it takes a predicate. So we say that we pass a predicate saying that check if the movie dot rating is 10, because we only want to consume movies with the rating 10. And as soon as we see a movie that doesn't have the rating 10, we want to stop. And after that, we are simply, let's say, printing the movies on the console. Okay. So the expectation is we should only see LOTR on the console because it will start the consumption from this point, and this has the rating 10. So it moves to the next location, or it continues the consumption. It takes the next element from the stream. But this movie has the rating 9, so it should stop at that point of time. But if we run this code, we see two movies on the console. So we know that filter is not a short circuit operation. It basically went through all the items and simply filtered the movies with the rating less than 10. In this case, only one, which is matrix. So how do we pass the predicate and implement a short circuit operation? So we do that via takeWhile method. So there is a method in the stream takeWhile which takes a predicate. It simply says that, let me simply provide it a predicate, then we will explain. So it's a short circuit operation. It basically means that you take elements from the stream while this condition is true. But as soon as for any element, if this condition becomes false, so you terminate the consumption and you exit at that point only. So we are saying that we want to take the elements from the stream while the rating is 10. But as soon as we get a movie with a rating which is not 10, then we will stop the stream processing at that point of time. If we run this code now we see only one movie on the console because it started the processing with this movie, rating was 10, so it continued. But as soon as it picked this movie from the stream, the predicate becomes false because rating is not 10, it is 9, and it stopped the processing. All right. Similarly, there is another method, dropWhile. So maybe we want to drop the elements while a certain condition is true, and then we want to start the consumption from something else. We can do the same thing with dropWhile. So we can say movies.stream.dropWhile and the same predicate and for each. And let's put a separator here. And this time if we run the code, we see that we have the movie 3 and 1. So what it did, it started the execution of the stream, then it checked the condition that while this condition is true, I need to drop the elements. So this condition is true for the first movie, so it dropped or skipped the element. It did not process that, then it found this movie. This condition becomes false, so it will start processing from this point of time. So it will process matrix and then this. Although this movie has the rating 10, but it is a short circuit operation. It happens only once. As soon as this condition becomes true or false, after that it will simply process the elements. So that's why we see this movie on the console. It did not filter this movie, although we provided this predicate, but it did not filter this movie because it's a one-time activity. So I hope it makes sense how we use takeWhile and dropWhile methods in the Stream API. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.